Hello, guys. Good morning. It was a privilege to come your way and share a few thoughts of exaltation. And I'm thankful for this beautiful day where I get to be alive. And like I've been doing for the past 2 weeks, I just want to go into some of the contents of the book that I'm about to launch. So I started with the chapter 1 of the book, and I shared a few things about the chapter 1, and I realized that it's good. People sometimes they don't know what things are about, so I just felt, let me just share the contents of this book. And so the first chapter I wrote about arising and shining and not being bogged down by analysis paralysis. Just you overthink too much, and then you think, do I have what it takes to do what God has called me to do? Do I qualify, and all those things? And you sit waiting for the right time. There's no right time. We need to step up and take a leap of faith as God will lead us. And then chapter 2 is to understand that this shining we are talking about is not our shine. It's not about us. It's not about us putting ourselves in the limelight. It's not about us being seen by men. It's about shining forth the glory of God. It's about showing the wisdom of God. It's about letting people see the radiance of God. So we get out of the picture, like John said in John chapter 3, like that I will decrease and he will increase. So it's not about us arising and shining. It's not about us. It's not about putting forth our name. It's not about expanding our dynasty or our kingdom. It's about forwarding the kingdom of God. And the third chapter of the book talks about we must be the light the world follows. We must be the light the world follows. And it's still in Matthew 5:16. Let your light so shine that men may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. Let your light so shine that men may see. The world is always looking for light. It's always looking for things to follow. So sometimes it's easy to look at pop culture and look at what is holding sway in our world and think that, oh, why are people following all these things that are not really edifying them? Why are people following things that doesn't seem to help them? All these musicians with very, very suspicious morals and suspicious word. It's because generally people are followers. We are looking for something to follow. And so if we Christians forget that we have been called to be the light that the world must follow and take responsibility rather than following the lead of the world, trying to look at the things the world is doing and then trying to see how relevant we can be as Christians. And we've been caught in this trap for a long time. Sometimes we forget that we are actually the light the world needs to follow, not the other way around. But we rather, especially people who want their churches to be relevant, who want their churches to be modern and postmodern. So they go and see the latest trends in the world, and then they go like, okay, let's see how we can sprinkle a bit of Jesus on it and then make it acceptable, because after all we are trying to win the world, so why don't we just cater to them? But the challenge of this is that it means that we forget that we are the light bearers, we are the pathfinders, we are the role models, we are the people the world is supposed to look and say, oh, I like the way these guys live, so I'm going to live like them. We are not supposed to look at how the world lives. And I'm not talking about also being so out of touch with what is going on in our time. Not at all. But I'm talking about in terms of morality, in terms of spirituality, in terms of being a good example. We must be the light. We are called to be the light. We are not followers. We are leaders. So whenever you wake up in the morning and then you go to work, you go about your business, whatever you are doing, and you are conscious of this, that I am the light, or I must be the light the world follows. The world is watching me. I must be the light. And it looks like it's very, very daunting. It's such a huge responsibility. But I believe that as we continue to go on, and then we we do these things, we will realize that God is giving us what it takes. All right. So God bless you. Go out there and be the light. Bye bye.